Okay, now we will start Pump Action by Hair Monster. And we're gonna start with map 1. Interesting. And you behave. You behave. No, 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 no. Ah, very nice. Um, we're gonna clear this map set, and for the change of pace, we're actually gonna do this continuously. And the reason is that I just want the slightest extra challenge. So, yeah, by the way, this grants you access for that secret. Anyway, I want a little bit of extra challenge, and yes, technically, pistol starting is tougher. Continuous playthrough, but you know, the thing is that there are 6 maps, which means that if I play continuously and I screw up, for example, map 4, which is possibly the toughest, then means I will restart. So, from map 1, obviously. So, in some ways, I think that it brings extra challenge to play these, like d2 style. So, we're gonna do it like that. Okay. Ooh, very nice. Okay, I'm not sure what this thing is. It looks weird, so I'm just gonna continue with my chainsaw. And yes, of course, I do know what weapon that is for real. But anyway, we're gonna continue with chainsaw. I'm gonna chainsaw every single guy in this entire map. And I gotta say, after playing Spyro, this water just terrifies me. But yeah, we're playing pump action, water never hurts you. So, we're not being a Spyro Dragon right now, so that's why we don't have to worry about water. We're doing, guy. Yeah, you might already notice. By the way, there is probably the toughest guy of this map. This guy might shoot. So anyway, this map set has a little bit like a dark theme. So this looks, you know, kind of spooky. Spooky in a good way, of course. So, last guy. Hello. And don't punch me. Ouch, that was a punch. Okay. Yep. Let's go back and boost everything. We have left a little bit of stuff. It doesn't make too much difference, but we're gonna go back for the health. So first of all, this is like a unofficial secret. So, extra health, and this is... Ho, I saw that. Whoops. Okay, I wasn't fast enough. Here. But yeah, this map has sort of dark, almost horror style. And that is very cool. Very atmospheric maps. So, first map, chain gun saw. Done. And let's rock with this music. I actually put on music for the change. So, I think this is Hair Monster's own stuff. Anyway, let's keep moving. The map called... I don't know if that's a reference to something. I know one song that is called Dead! Exclamation point. There is also the guy from Mayhem, who was called Dead, the Swedish guy. Even though the band was actually Norwegian, but yeah, that guy was Swedish. I remember Hair Monster mentioning Mayhem song when he was playing TNT Habitat. he mentioned Freezing Moon song. You can just barely clear those guys. I don't think it makes that much difference. I'm gonna put this. Okay, you. By the way, this kind of reminds me of this title pick we saw earlier. Very nice. Once again, very spooky. Yeah. You be. You're done. As far as I know, I don't think these guys can actually attack me right now. I'm not sure about it, but they will attack me later, so as I said, you can just barely hit them. I don't want to forget this stuff. Okay, I wasted most of them, but anyway. This is for progression. We're actually gonna come back here later. So, let's... Oh, well, I missed a little bit of ammo, but whatever. We're gonna go there a little bit later, so... Let's be careful over here. No, you don't sneak behind me. That one guy's probably stuck there. Okay. And here we have a little bit of teleporter trap. And here, let's trigger those. We're gonna get 2 cacos. Okay, well, they cannot see me just yet. And they probably, at least one will teleport. So, yes, there he is. This is a little bit of a sandwich, but once again, this is not incredibly difficult map or anything. Very smooth and fun. Interesting. Actually, I'm gonna go for it right now. I don't know if this is like a reference, but, you know, blueberry, blue torch. Maybe. I can do something with this. I don't know if you can screw up this jump. So I don't know where the teleporter lines are, so that's very easy to do anyways. Yeah, now we can continue, and as I mentioned earlier, yeah, this is the same place we saw earlier. So, here once again, items that one can very easily miss. I don't know if this is like a joke, but there is like a hand. So, oh well. So you can use that, so almost like shaking hands or something. I don't know, that is kind of humorous. Okay. That was our second and final secret. And now, we basically have got the like a way to exit this map. So here, these are the only guys who are coming after me. There is a Mancubus later, but I don't think he can even wake up right now. So we're gonna concentrate on you little ones. Okay, stay there. Okay. Okay. So Mancubus over here. Actually, I don't even. Ouch! Actually, I made a terrible mistake by lowering that. Whatever. This is not very punishing map set at all. And here we go to my favorite map of this map set. Guns blazing. Okay, so chain gun ready, and please don't. Okay, if you bump into that, yes, I got rad suit. You can actually use that rad suit later, but especially if you're playing on pistol start, I highly recommend that try grabbing that rad suit right away. Especially since you don't miss anything pistol start, because if you just fail that many times in a row, like who cares? It's a pistol start anyways. So it's pistol start anyway, so you're like 5 seconds into the map. So it's sort of like a no risk, high reward. And yes, no risk, high reward thing. So if you get the rad suit right away, it makes that pistol start much easier. But if you fail, who cares? You can just restart. For me, I don't want to restart right now because I'm playing this continuously, so that would mean map 1. Going back to map 1. And I think I might have to go for the secret. Well, actually no, I won't go for the secret just yet. There is probably the toughest secret of this map. We went past it because it's a mega armor. I don't technically need it yet. I'm very close, but I might as well wait. So let's clear these guys. Basically what we're gonna do is that we're gonna progress slightly bit further and notice that we gotta get extra key. So let's keep going. I still have a little bit of armor, so that's... Now we're stuck. I don't have key, but I can still flip that thing. So, here is the same Mancubus we saw very briefly. He teleported away like 1 minute ago or something. Yeah, here we have blue key, and now if you want to, you can backtrack. And there is an interesting thing we're gonna do later. But anyway, I'm gonna grab this. There is the secret, and yes, it has like blood splatters over here, so I wanna get that. Yeah, if you want to, you can shoot those guys. I'm not gonna do it. But there is one very interesting reason why I wanted to show that. But the payoff will take the time. And unlike typical case in Doom, actually the payoff is in another map. But we're eventually gonna see something cool. Anyway, let's open this, and now, once again, sort of backtracking thing. This is where we started, and now, if you didn't grab the rad suit, now it is your time. But personally, I don't see any reason to grabbing the rad suit over here, rather than right at the start. Because, especially if you're playing this from a pistol start, you're almost done. So, who cares if you make it like a 1% health? You're done anyway. So, let's go. Very nice music. I don't know anything about music, to be honest, but this sounds cool. I don't usually listen music in Doom, but I thought I'm gonna put it this time, because there is like some hair monster music. And here, once again, this is exactly what one should do. Well, first of all, this looks very gory. That's cool. This is exactly what a mapper should do. So, what is this? Ooh. Archvile is getting hurt. Archvile is dead. Interesting. And now, I'm gonna hang on here. So you have two choices. You can just barely see. I think that is one of them. So, let's go over here. There are 2 paths that you can go. There's technically 3 or 4 paths, depending how you count. But one of them is locked by a blue key, and we're gonna clear that as a third one. And then we have, as I said, I don't know if that counts as a path. Anyway, there is like a third door, and sorry, fourth door, but it's not actually like a path, it's just a way to finish this map. So, 2 choices that you can do. So we have here, look, you don't do any funny business. So, you can come over here, and now we have a key so we can kinda exit. So we should go over there. But this is interesting. So, okay, that lowers, but wait a minute. Did I hear something? Wait a minute. Oh, there is another lift. Okay, let's see. Or let's listen. Okay, maybe you cannot hear it, but at least I didn't hear anything. But oh, wrong one. So more crushed archviles. Okay, so now I want to hear this guy. Oh, there it was. Fun fact, you can actually clear this map by shooting those guys down. It is a little bit painful. You can technically do it. Anyway, now we have one choice, so I cannot go over here. Blue key required. So, let's go over here. Oh, don't shoot. And there are 2 chain gunners. Over here and over there. You're not awake just yet. Let's see, you can keep sleeping there. Few moments. Oh, you are awake now. Okay, that was it. So, wait a minute. Armor, that's... that, oh, that is even more interesting. What is that? Okay. And now I want to hear this guy. Where are you? There. Yeah. This is very fun gimmick of this map. Okay, and here we have the only pain elemental in the entire mega ward. Mini ward, whatever this 6 map ward should be called. But yeah, only pain elemental. So, there is yeah, extra health, but there is a Baron somewhere over here. Oh, there. Okay. Yes. And now, by the way, there is an interesting thing. You can actually get like a... I think it was whether soft lock or like a very weird, like misaligned or like weird line, a texture thing. But unfortunately, I don't remember anymore how did you trigger it. But basically the idea is that you open this, you go over here and trigger the last fight, then run backwards over here. And as I said, I don't remember anymore what was the way of doing it. But then there was like some weird way of getting kind of stuck there. I don't remember it anymore. So, You guys, and only one can fight the spider. Spider will have a tough time, so you cannot climb in. Okay, spider, I believe in you. Okay, go, spider, go. Oh, boy. Yeah, there is actually a very high chance that the spider can kill at least one of these guys. Okay, we are done, so we can exit right now. We can grab that, and then final map, and here we go. And we have a little bit of or yeah, well, technically this is not final map, but it almost is. You have a little bit like a larger, well, not very large, but in this map set, with this map set's metrics, you have a little bit tougher. And a little bit larger. So, okay, we are done. And here, if you look at this, I don't know if this is intended to be so that if you drop down over here, you're kinda almost soft lock. But you will definitely find this one. Because you cannot, you cannot do anything else. So, here is our secret. Yeah, so I don't know if that's intended to be, like, of course, Hair Monster intended that, because that's, like, obvious secrets, sure. But I don't know, was it, like, intended so that, if you drop down there accidentally, you are, like, very, very interested of finding a way out, and then you get, like, free, hint for the secret. So, whatever. Whatever the idea was, it's very cool. And notice here that I'm actually missing an item. That is very interesting. I actually gotta say that this is probably, if you count the unofficial secrets as well, that is probably the toughest thing in the entire Mega Ward. So what is the item? Let's see later. Well, I will grab that armor later. We will see quite a few gunners. Not in this map. Notch notch. Or wink wink. I don't know what's the term. But anyway. You behave. So. You stop shooting at me. Yeah. Here we can go with that, or you can also come over here to grab extra stuff. I don't need much of that. Let's go for the armor right now. Okay, where are you? I'm not seeing anything. Oh, there. There you are. And here. Let's flip all these. Okay. And trying to get over here so that the revenants don't do any funny business. Yes, you. And once again, I wanna fight these guys so that I don't have to be over here, except I'm gonna grab this stuff. Actually, let's just go away. We can clear those revenants later. But I gotta say, just like with the Wait a minute, I want to get that. Just like with Spyro, um, when you can see this kind of crowd of enemies, and you kind of have a feeling that we might be going over there. Might be the best to clear those guys beforehand. And this is basically the final enemy wave. Oh. Very nice, very nice. So, let's clear you out. And I would like to get some health. But let's see if I can get any health. Yes, there is some health. I'm wondering, what can I do? Well, I like teetering in dangerous places. Well, no, I don't like it. It's very scary, but in video games, sure. Let's see, what happens if I jump over there? Yes, just barely was able to see, but there was a berserk, and I think that is, if you count unofficial secrets as well, that is hands down the toughest one to find. I remember when I was playing this like 5 or 6 years ago for the first time, it took me a long time to find that. Okay, yeah, let's clear you guys out. So we're actually gonna go there, just like with Spyro, you know, when you see these enemies. Oh, that was a mistake. When you see, ouch, these enemies, let's kill them beforehand. I'm just gonna grab the tiniest bit more health. And here we are almost done. Not entirely. So that was sort of like a final map. But let's go a little bit further. Hey, let's go. Yeah. And here we get the best map once again of this Mega Ward. But I don't. Okay, I didn't get that part, but whatever. Sorry, not armor. The rad suit. So yeah, now we get map 3 again, except that we have a little bit like rehash. Let's go. You barely have any other guys except these soldiers, whatever these guys are. Wolfenstein dudes. Okay. So the interesting thing is also that there is one monster, or two monsters actually, that we have not seen in this Mega Ward. Mastermind is another one, and well, spoiler alert, we will not see Mastermind. But there are, well, actually few other guys. So Commander Keen. By the way, this map is quite punishing from pistol start. So I usually use these guys to kill the Commander Keens. Of course, now I don't have to worry about it, because I can do that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, Commander Keen. Your platformer is the best platformer game I have played. So, Commander Keen, you're cool. But I gotta go I gotta do what I gotta do, so Commander Keen has to go. And once again, we will... actually, I'm gonna... Wait a minute. Oh, right, right, of course, that's unavailable. Anyway, we're gonna go back very, very soon. I wanna get that armor. So, once again, let's go back. And I wanna get that blue armor. And I said in the map 3 that there is a very long payoff, but finally there is a reason why I wanted to go back over here. So, hello. Yeah, this guy is over there, and I gotta say that this guy would be quite difficult to take care if you're there, like there in corridor. So I'm gonna cheap this guy out. The only cyber demon in this quad. So you gotta go, even though this is incredibly cheap. But yeah, I cannot do any fancier business with this guy. So, a little bit more. And once again, as you can see, this would be kinda punishing for pistol starting this map. But those Commander Keens, all of those guys can be killed by the SS guys. So, that... Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I thought I saw... Okay, I'm just seeing things. I thought I saw one Commander Keen more. Yeah, once again, there will be more guys at the end. Over here. And there is that... rad suit. So, this time I have the rad suit over here, so as you can see, it kinda changes it, so now I can clear these guys. Okay, last guy, and here it is. Yeah, pump action done. So, this was very, very interesting Mega Ward. I have played this a lot, and for a long time, this was the Mega Ward from Hair Monster that I was playing. Yes, this was... He released this years ago, like 10 years ago, and yeah, very accessible, not very difficult in any way. Very pretty maps. It definitely goes a different direction than Spire, which was very silly and fun and like coloring wise, very fun and sweet, cute. This is very dark, like more regular Doom, almost like horror style mapping. Not very difficult in any ways. Yeah, this was the final map. I actually thought first that I'm gonna throw also here another map, which would be Sawmill, that Hair Monster released. But Sawmill, in all honesty, is very similar to this map 1. So I don't think I want to do like a 2-minute video where I play this map pretty much again. So Sawmill is cool map as well. But yeah. This was my playthrough of Pump Action. But yeah, this is it.